that are related to weight gain and menopause, or more importantly, menopause to weight gain. And so I'm just going to get live on all of my different devices really quick, and then we will get started. So my name is Michelle Rotel, and if you've been following me for a while, thank you so much. If you are just logging in and you're seeing this, please follow me. But I have been working with women with fitness actually my whole life, but just in the past 5 years, I've been working with women that are going through menopause, weight gain, the myths of just how it's not a diet, right? Diets are just the result or the action that we try to take in order to feel better, but there's so much more. So please listen to this one. I have a lot of information here for you today, and we have 6 myths that are really causing ourselves to really believe those things. And the more we believe those negative myths, the more we get sucked into it. And so please say hi. I see that people are joining. I am on Instagram, Mishbehaven5. We're going to be talking about 6 myths about menopause and weight gain, the way they're related, and they are myths, people, and I want to help you. And so I could get a little deeper with this. I coach clients that are over 40, some under, but please say hi, message me. If you're on Instagram, I can't see, or actually Facebook as well. I just want to let you know, I can only see that you're either joining, but if you can comment, that would be great. Or please message me, because on Instagram, it goes away. This live goes away. Also go to my Facebook and save this, message me however you need to if this resonates with you. But these are all myths that we work on to decrease so that you can feel better as you're aging through your midlife 40. I do have clients in their 30s. I went through menopause in my 30s, but I just let it get to me until I was about 48. And then I said, screw this shit. And boom, I figured it all out, because I was in the fitness industry for so long. Everything was about fitness. So let's dive in. Now, I will write these things down, just the topic itself, each myth, in my Facebook page as well. But if you want the full conversation, 1, you can save it, and 2, I have it in writing as well. So let me know, and I can always send that to you too. So let's dive in. So anyway, if you can resonate with this, or you're really struggling, you're in menopause, you are feeling weight gain, you are getting sluggish, you're having body aches, you're having sugar cravings, hot flashes, you just have literally no energy, and we're thinking that's motivation, I have no motivation. This topic is for you. We're going to talk about this. So myth number one, weight gain is inevitable. Listen, weight gain is not inevitable. However, our hormones do change, and we can change some things like lifestyle, exercise, stress management. These take a significant role in what we do to create healthy habits, so that we're not just accepting weight gain, right? We can just be you know what? I'm old. I'm going through menopause. This is what I was told. I don't know how many people come to me and they tell me literally, well, my doctor said, well, this is just how it's going to be. Or they'll say, you know what? Eat right and exercise more. You're like, well, thanks. How do I do that? I've been trying that forever. It's not working, right? Or people will come to me and tell me, well, I'm drinking more water. Okay, well, great. We need to create healthy lifestyles that are sustainable, but it's not always just that easy. There's more to it. Again, stress management. So putting these things together to implement it so that it's not a diet, that it's our nutrition, our exercise, all is extremely important in all that. So do you have to accept weight gain? Number one, myth number one, just accepting it, right? We do not have to accept that we are going, and I'm just going to write these in here. Myth 1, accepting weight gain is inevitable. Okay, well, I'll see that I either know how to spell or don't know how to spell. Okay, so not true. You do not have to gain weight just because you are in menopause. Let's talk about number 2. Myth number 2, hormones are to blame. So are hormones to blame? We definitely have found that science shows that hormones can affect our metabolism and fat distribution. However, they are not the sole reason for weight gain. So we can change that. We can increase our metabolism or reboot our metabolism. If you've tried a ton of things, a lot of times you've tried so many things that it's not that your metabolism necessarily has slowed down, it has adjusted to what you've done. So now we need to change what you're doing in a certain way to get it to recognize that it doesn't have to store that fat. So hormones are not necessarily all to blame. It can slow the production of fat or metabolism or the fat distribution, but we can change that. How do we change that? One is it could be aging, right? Muscle loss. Think about the fact that if we're tired, we decrease in physical activity. So that decrease in physical activity because we're tired, all the other things could be another reason we're gaining weight. It can also be a stress. And we'll talk a lot about stress in my program because stress management is a huge component of calming the nervous system down, slowing that production of cortisol in our body that actually holds on to fat, that actually slows down the production of burning those calories. So important. Physical activity can be a factor. It's not just hormones. It could also be again, that stress management. And with stress, we eat more. So all those things that we blame on our menopause are not necessarily just the menopause. We can do something about this. So number 2, I'm just going to put myth 2. Oh, did I lose you? Oh, wait, it went down. Sorry. Myth 2, only hormones are to blame. So hopefully this is making sense to you because most of the times, like ever since I hit, I've been doing this, I've been doing this, I've been doing this, but then I got into menopause and like the shit hit the fan. Well, it does, but there's again so many things that are connected with what's happening and how we react to it, and that's where we change all of that. So number 3, let's talk about number 3. Number 3, cutting calories drastically is the answer. So going into a restrictive calorie diet is not the answer, right? So severely restricting your calories can literally backfire, leading to muscle loss, slowed metabolism, like I just talked about, increased fat storage, because our body thinks that we're going to only get those calories, so it slows itself down. And then it stores that fat to make sure I have energy in my body, which again increases that cortisol and increases that belly fat. So that menopause, and when we talk about menobelly or cortisol belly, we carry that fat in our belly to help protect our organs, the most important part of it. So cutting your calories drastically is a backfire for sure. And so my goal for you is to learn how to eat more and understand how nutrition can help you give you more energy and burn more fat and feel leaner, get leaner, increase your metabolism, have that motivation that comes from those results in general. And so focusing on balanced nutrition, mindful eating, portion control, incorporating enough proteins, fats, like how do we maintain that muscle mass or increase our muscle mass and promote satiety, I can't say that word, satiety, being satiated. I don't know how to say that word. Satiety. Someone please tell me how to say that word. Number 3, let's talk about myth 3. Not 43, myth 3, cutting calories drastically. Definitely a myth. Okay, we do not want to do that. Okay, So let's move into number 4. And if you have any questions, please message me. This is all the things we talk about in my program. This is how we go from frustrated and feeling just like lethargic and just feeling like, okay, this is it. I'm done. I can't do this anymore, is feeling energetic and sexy and confident and like I could take on this world and I have another 50, 60 years to live. And this is the way to go, right? So this is what we're doing. So myth number 4, and as much as I love exercise and I do it because I love it, how does it make your body feel is another one. But exercise alone, the myth is that if I just exercise, I'll prevent weight gain. So exercise is extremely important, but it's not the magic pill, okay? A combination of strength training, aerobic exercise, and I don't mean like massive cardio, flexibility, again, calming the nervous system down. All those things are why we exercise. Getting blood flow, increasing our bone density, all those things are really important. Okay. But pairing this with healthy eating habits and stress management is the key here, right? We can't just have one part of this triangle. We have to have all 4 or all 3. So we need to have that exercise, which is kind of on the bottom here. We need it, but the other ones are extremely important. So stress management and eating habits. And how do we break that without thinking like we're on this diet or we're exercising super hard? That's where that stress management, that's where we talk about calming the nervous system down, lowering our cortisol. And that is a really, really important one. So myth 5, and as much again as of exercise, exercise alone will prevent weight gain. So, all right. So let's move on to I think that was number 4. I'll edit that later. That was number 4. Okay. So number 5, weight gain is purely physical. So we've been talking about today how it's not just our physical body, right? But weight gain is not just purely physical. It is emotional. It is psychological aspects of menopause. So increased stress. So our body actually goes through stress just because it's a change in our body. So stress, mood swings, it can lead to emotional eating. So then we gain weight that way. Or inactivity, right? If we're gaining weight, we feel more lethargic or depressed, anxiety, just puffy, inflammation in our body. And so then that physical activity changes. So again, exercise, but then that mindset and our emotional feelings, and then what we're eating and how are we putting these together. So we put all this together. So stress management techniques, mindfulness, meditation are really essential for that because that is part of that whole triad. So weight gain is purely physical and it's not emotionally, spiritually, and I don't mean religiously at all. It's just how we believe and how we talk to ourselves can actually change. And I've been working recently, I just got my certification in EFT, which is emotional freedom technique. But there is a way to put it into how we talk to ourselves and the energy flow of our bodies that create positive flow in our body rather than negative energy in our body, and using that in a way to help people lose weight too. So it's all in a mindset as well. So it's really, really important. And I'm going to make this one number 4. Hold on. Number 4, I can change that because I never press exercise alone, is will prevent weight gain. And every time I do gain, there's a girl that her last name is Gain. And so, okay, myth 5. Myth 5 is that weight gain is purely physical. Okay, so again, see, it tags people all the time when you purely physical. All right. So let's go into number 6. So number 6, it's too late. So I like this myth in a way that I want to address it, because how we act now is our future. How we acted and how we treated our body and how we spoke is what is our now. But think about, we can change that. So the myth here is it's too late to make a difference. Like, I've already screwed up my body, blah, blah, blah. It is absolutely not too late. It is absolutely not too late. Now, will some of those things continue and take longer to fix? Maybe, but it is never too late. There is a lady on Instagram, and I think she's like 78, and she is a bodybuilder. And it's not necessarily about bodybuilding, but like, they show her transformation. She shows her transformation all the time, about her weight loss and just her journey of just kind of wanting to feel better. And then that progressed into something else. So a lot of my clients have been with me for a very long time because maybe they've reached one particular goal and now they're like, you know what? I feel so good. I can do that too. And so we take the baby steps to get to wherever it is until we get to the next step. And so it's never too late to heal. It is never too late to let go. It is never too late to get stronger or have a goal. I met a lady this weekend that she's a competitive rock climber. She was 68 years old, and she didn't even start hiking until she was like 55. And then she started hiking, she just fell in love with it. And the next thing you know, she started doing this. And now she's a competitive rock climber and she's 68. And I was like, holy moly, like, this woman is so badass. And she had no intention. She was kind of just a couch potato her whole life. And then all of a sudden, so it is never, ever too late to make a difference in yourself, your life, your choices, and it will affect the future, right? And it is a proven fact that when you start taking care of yourself, depending on what you're doing and all those things, you will. Do you want to live longer, happier, healthier? Absolutely. I don't know anyone that's ever said no, right? Unless they're in the wrong mindset here. And that is not necessarily your fault. It's all the things that social media, all the things that we're putting in our negative in our body. We don't want to put that negative stuff. So let's flip that. That is part of that mindset, that stress management we talk about. The long-term effects to your health matter now. Okay. And it's sometimes hard to look at that because sometimes, like, we're not necessarily sick. It's just like, oh, my pants are too tight and I don't feel that great. But we don't see the big picture of, if you don't feel good now, what is it going to, if you keep going on the same path, what is it going to look like in a year? What's it going to look like in 2 years? What's it going to look like in 10 years? If you make it 10 years, because that cortisol increases our insulin levels. It increases all the risks of heart disease, diabetes, stress in our body, injuries, gut health. There's so many things, ulcers, that can all affect so many other things in our mind and our body. So you don't even know what's going to happen there, right? The more sugar you're eating, blah, blah, blah. So you don't always see what it looks like because you don't feel that until, like, you're there and you're like, holy shit, is it too late? Sometimes, like, okay, I'm on my, like, now what? Like, you're on your deathbed, like, now what? Like, when do you start? You start now. You literally start now. So, number 6, it's too late to make a difference. So if you have questions about this, if you feel stuck, if you have this blockage that you're like, I've literally tried everything, nothing is working, and getting outside of that diet mentality that I'm going to exercise, there is a triad of importance to all the things that we talk about that is going to make it work long term. If you don't want to diet ever again, reach out to me. That food freedom, lowering that cortisol, understanding that we need cortisol in our body. We need to release it when there is a major issue, right, to protect us. But on a constant basis, if you're working, constantly thinking about all these things in negative, it's crushing you. And so I am so proud to say that I've helped hundreds of women find food freedom, find confidence, sexy, just energy, and just it snowballs into everything in your life. Please, please reach out to me. You can comment, and we will have a chat, see if I can even help you. I interview my clients just to make sure that we're on the same page and that we can work together and that you're going to be successful. So I hope these chats help you, but if you need more help, I am definitely here for you. We have a great community of women that can be there for you as well and are going through the same thing with you and different stages. So they help you too. And so it is absolutely wonderful. So again, have a great day, comment, message, and I will talk to you later. Bye. One second, I gotta turn all this off. Still trying to figure out how to turn it all off. Okay, bye.